Hey, what's up guys? I am back with another video. Hope everyone is doing well. This is going to be a general reading for Aquarius. So Aquarius, I'm just going to apologize in advance for any background noise. All right. And shout out to my new subscribers. I appreciate you. But if you're new, welcome to Casual Tarot. Just remember Aquarius, it's a big world. So it is general and this is definitely not professional advice. You do what you want, Aquarius. But let's see what we got. Well, I'll start out by saying clear your mind, Aquarius. Okay. You know, sometimes, paying attention to detail is great. You should do that. But there's a fine line, okay, between that and overthinking and dissecting everything. I feel like some of you may just overthink too much where sometimes I feel like you may make something bigger than what it is, but also it's almost like I feel like everything will kind of fall into place with certain situations, but you kind of look at these things and it's like you find things to question. Okay. I feel like kind of, let go a little bit. Let go of a little bit. A little bit. Okay. Like I said, I'm not saying don't pay attention to detail, but don't create unnecessary stress and worry, overthinking the situations or things that you're doing. Okay. I feel like it's almost like you find challenges and complications where it's just, I don't want to say that where it doesn't exist because maybe there is some challenges and stuff. It's just that I feel it's like you find one challenge and in that one challenge you go and dissect it and find like 10 more that, it's really not necessary because if you just fix that one challenge, it would fix everything else. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Okay. Not the best way to put it, but that's what I came up with. Okay. I just feel you need to stop overthinking and maybe stop listening to other people. Okay. Not everyone knows what they're talking about. You have the thinking woman in reverse. You have all tied up in reverse. You have more options than you think. Okay. I feel like you're being released from something. You may not see it yet. I think you may see certain things ending, but you don't see the full picture yet. And like I said, be careful of who you're listening to because not everyone knows what they're talking about. Even if some people have good intention, they may not know what they're talking about. I feel like for some of you, there's someone around you who's saying things and telling you things with missing information. It's almost like it's one-sided. Okay. Now, it could be, like I said, maybe they think they know, but they really don't. Okay. But for others, I do feel like there's like missing pieces. Okay. I kind of feel like that's you too. In regards to what I was saying before, as far as that overthinking, okay? You're very smart. You're very wise, okay? I do feel like you cover all your bases. Some of you may need to organize a little though, because that may be partly why you get confused because you may get overwhelmed and so you don't see the solutions that are right there or the options, okay? So I do feel like collect all the information you should collect in any situation, whether you're making deals, decisions, whatever. But I do feel like you need to rely on yourself a little more, okay? Don't rely on other people to give you all the information because you may not be getting it. Whether it's intentional or not, I do feel like for some, or maybe some situations, it is intentional, like people are hiding things, not revealing things. But in other situations, it's not really that. It's just that they may think they know, think they're helping, but they're really not. Okay. So you got to rely on what you know, what you sense. I will say for some of you, there is someone that is, I want to say, they have gave you a hard time. They have. Okay. At the moment, this person probably stopped or they paused. And that's why I'm saying they had to give you a hard time. But at the same time, I kind of feel like, be careful, because I feel like some of you open that door. Okay. It's almost like it's really your choice if it truly ends right now. Okay. Because if they come back knocking, it's your choice whether you want to open that door or not. Okay. So choose carefully, Aquarius. Okay. As I said before, you're being released. And I feel like from a lot of things, okay, a new phase of your life is happening. But you've had some challenges recently, okay? I feel like for some, this is storm warning in reverse. For some, it has been like different things in your life that may have not gone as planned, or maybe has been delayed, or unexpected things that have come up. But it's fixable things, okay? And I feel like that part is ending. Now, there is another issue where it's connected to this person. Could be for someone else, or maybe this is just a different situation in your life. Whoever can relate, it's general. I feel like whatever happened recently ended, but I still feel like you need to be careful of this person because, well, yeah, the storm ends, but there could be another one on the way. Okay, is how I'm sensing it. And I feel like this person brings a lot of turbulence, a lot of drama, and there's someone bad mouthing you. There's someone bad mouthing you. And what they're saying, I wouldn't say is true, you know what I'm saying? But I do feel like they may take things that you have done, or things that you have said, or things that they see, and turn it into something else where it kind of looks true. Okay, maybe to an outsider, whether it's someone that knows you or someone who doesn't know you. It's like they have little things that they're using and weaponizing and using to make it look like whatever they're saying is true. Okay, but I don't feel like it is. I feel like some things are straight up a lie, or are very exaggerated, or both. Okay, for most it's both. Okay, because like I said, it's like they know things, or they're seeing things, and they're using it to paint this picture that is not accurate. Okay, so I do feel like be careful with who you talk to, what you say, what you do. You may be giving people ammo by accident. I do feel for some of you, you do know who this person is, and you may not realize you're giving them ammo because you may be giving it to someone else, and they are passing it along. Be careful of someone being two-faced around you. I feel like whoever that is, you know that they have a connection with this person. So they are a mutual friend. Problem with that is their loyalty is not totally for you. You know what I'm saying? Even if they care about you in some way, I feel like they flip-flop, okay? Or they're just playing both sides of the fence, and they're telling you things and then telling this person things, okay? For some of you, even if that's the case, there's some hidden enviness from that person. I'm not talking about the one who is giving you a hard time. I'm talking about the middleman, okay? I think you might do things to annoy this person. Maybe not on purpose, but I don't know. I feel like you're doing things that may get under their skin, and at those times, I feel like there is an intent to go back and say things to someone, even if it's like It's weird because I feel it like in different degrees. I feel like there's someone who's really against you, and then there's someone they're not really against you. It's almost like you annoy them, so they're gonna go and, I don't know, talk shit. You know what I'm saying? It's more of that. It's not really that they don't care about you, is that I don't know, they get annoyed and so they say things, but I don't think they realize how much they're like spilling. You know what I'm saying? So be careful who you talk to, what you say, what you put on social media, whatever. Patience. For some of you, this could even be at work. Someone could be giving you a hard time at work, or maybe has to do with just is something you're trying to achieve. Okay, I feel like there is a block, like someone doesn't want you to do something, but for some of you, it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I feel like, yeah, for some of you, this is a work thing because I'm sensing it's stronger, if not just dealings. Okay, it's like they try to stop you from doing something before, and it kind of worked. The problem is that I feel like they're trying to do it again, but this time it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You may be trying to figure out how to counter this person, how to stop whatever is going on. I feel like you already did, though. Okay. Maybe you don't see the result yet. Maybe you're waiting on a decision or something to happen. Patience is coming up. Be patient because there's definitely a victory here. Okay, so if this hasn't fully resolved yet, it will soon. Okay. But I do feel for some of you it is a repeat offender. Okay. Um, Geez, Aquarius. I don't know what's going on. Because now I'm picking up with something else. And I feel like I don't know. I just feel like there are people that maybe don't like you and are trying to stop you from doing certain things. That may be why I started to feel the work thing. There may be some of you at work that are, or business, whatever you're trying to accomplish, that are trying to stop something, but I feel like they can't. They can't, and some of them know it, but they're trying. Maybe that's why I was sensing that they're painting a picture that is not accurate. It's missing pieces. Find those pieces, Aquarius. Find them because they're there. Okay. Whether you're trying to accomplish something, whether this is at work, maybe you're purchasing something or going into business, whatever it is, investing, find that piece. Find that piece of the puzzle because it's there. It may not be right in front of you, adjacent possibilities. It may not be right in front of you, but it's there. Okay. So, as I said earlier, yes, pay attention to detail, dig a little. Don't overthink, though. Okay. Don't go to one door and try, keep looking in and keep looking in when you know you haven't found nothing there. Don't spend too much time doing that. Go through all of them. Okay. Really see so that you can get to the one that suits you best. Okay. I just feel like you're kind of spending all your time in one door when there's like 20 of them. Okay. And the door that you're looking for, well, it's not where it should be. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's just not where the rest of them are. Okay. It's kind of hidden a little bit. I kind of feel like some of you need to find like a loophole to something. So that's why I said maybe you're trying to achieve something or invest in something or whatever it is, or some decision. I just feel like you need to kind of find it in the odd place. It's weird. Okay. Find it in the odd place. It's odd because for some of you, I feel like you need to look again where you already looked, but you're going to find something different. So you might have already been in this building looking at these doors. but you missed the one that's down here. Okay, so to speak. That's how I'm sensing it. Okay. There's also an ending. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of endings to something. I feel like there may be another decision that's going your way that has nothing to do with what I was talking about. So maybe some of you were trying to do something else, waiting on something. But I feel like there's news coming for you and it's going to release you. And what I mean by that, you may have felt stuck. You may have felt like your life is on pause, or that you can do certain things or accomplish certain things until something happened. Well, that something is happening. Okay, for who can relate, it's general again. Okay. Sorry, Aquarius. My throat was dry. Your top card is Goddess of the Moon. Yeah, something's definitely going your way. Like I said, I feel like it's more than one thing, though. What I was just talking about before has nothing to do with what I was talking about earlier, but as far as the loophole, but I do feel like you can change something around there too. But this is something else. I don't know. I think you're waiting for something, okay? That may be taking a while, but be patient, because it's coming, Aquarius. It really is. Okay, I think it's something that you, for some of you, worked for, or like I said, just been waiting a while for. Okay, and with this comes new opportunities, and even with that, really look outside the box, Aquarius. Okay, because I feel like you won't be satisfied anyway. Okay, if you go into these other doors that are just normal, I feel like you're not going to be satisfied. Okay, I feel like it's gonna really bring you to a whole nother place, but really think outside the box. Okay, because I feel like you should be doing something, hmm, just something different, unique. You know, it's funny because I always feel like you guys are just a unique sign in my experience anyway. Okay, and so I kind of feel like don't do what everyone else does, and I'm not saying you're a follower or anything. I just feel like you were just meant to do different things than the rest of us. Okay. Um and you would be great at it. It's like you're meant to do it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that is to you. I feel like people may even question it, but you will like go so far. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're meant to do different things, not like everyone else. You're very unique. Embrace it. It's beautiful. And don't worry about the money thing. It's coming. It's coming. Okay? It really is. The storm is over. Okay? Maybe not when it comes to people, you know, you gotta kind of work on that there. But as far as money and growth, it's over. And, you know, really see it for what it is. Okay? Make sure that you balance, know how powerful you are. Okay? How much you can grow and create with this new opportunity and in the future. Okay? I will say balance your emotions. Some of you have like well, I guess some it's mood swings, but for others it's more like you go through periods where, well, maybe that's why I was sensing all that dissecting of things where you're like you come up with like scenarios or something. Things that may or may not happen. You spend a lot of time doing that. Be careful, okay? Focus on what you can do at this moment. If you can't do something about something, you know, like there's some waiting period, don't waste your time looking at the clock. Okay. Use that time to do something else, like outside the box. Aquarius. All right. Let's see what else I have. You know, I'm going to apologize now because I see that I spent a little more time on this than I insensitive. But hey, what comes out, right? Yeah, be careful with people. I don't know why. I just feel like some of you have like a lot of females around you. I am not just saying that because of the thinking woman. I just feel like you're dealing with like different females with different personalities. Don't get me wrong, it could be other people too, but definitely some feminine energy. You have the strength card, you have the sun. Telling you things are gonna fall into place for you. Sit tight. And you know, for some of you, you're dealing with two females. You're wondering something. Be careful because I feel like you're listening to one when you should be listening to the other. Whether it's intentional or not, you know, like I said earlier, maybe they just don't know what they're talking about and they think they do. But I feel like you're listening to one female when you should be listening to the other. You got to be careful with that. Because, first of all, I kind of feel like at times you're confused too. You're like wondering, does this person know what they're talking about? So they might come off as very loving and very, well, like a teacher or someone guiding you, but I don't know. You need to look at that again. Like I said, for some of you, it may not be intentional. But then I sense like someone kind of really, I kind of feel like they don't want you to do or have certain things. So that's why I said I kind of feel like you have a lot of females around you. Okay. But like I said, keep your head up. Look at that. The sun, abundance, success on its way. Blessings. Okay. Like I said, that storm is over. But I do feel like, you know, make sure you're prepared. You know, you have your shelter, you have food. I don't mean literally. I'm just saying because storms come and go, right? And I just feel like there's someone around you that brings some of that. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a feeling that you have a female around you that you need to be careful of. Okay, so you have the Magician, you have the Empress sideways, you have the Four of Swords in reverse, okay? You have what you need, Aquarius, okay? Be this Magician. Like I said, you're coming out of one phase to another. Really see it for what it is. I think there may be things that you can't control, and so you think you're not as powerful as you are, but you are, okay? You have what you need. You have the tools to accomplish what you want. You know, in the future, recognize that because I feel like some of you, it's almost like changes happen and it's like, hold on, because it's like I'm really thirsty. Maybe you guys are thirsty. I don't know. Started when I started your sign. Maybe you guys need to drink something. But anyway, recognize when you're in a transition, okay? Because as I was saying before, I feel like when changes happen, it's almost like the universe has to like pull you kicking and screaming or something. It's like you don't want to go with the change, you know? It's like you're holding on to like an old life or whatever it is, an old situation. I feel like a lot of it is control. You guys don't like when you're not in control of things, but in life, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? The wheel's always turning. We can't control everything. Some things, yes, but not everything. Okay. Take what you can control and make something great of it. Okay. What are you waiting for? And I say that also because of the Empress, you know, she gives birth to new ideas, projects. Okay. Very creative. Okay. And I feel like you are too, but you need to tap into that more. Okay. For some of you, I feel like I'm going to go back to those females. Okay. Because I feel like there's one that someone may have had like an issue with, okay? But I feel like you can resolve something and overcome it. Maybe come back to a good place, okay? But for others, still feel like there's someone you need to be careful of because it's just not as the same as, okay? It's like they're hiding something either about themselves or just I kind of feel like it's both about themselves, but also, like I said, I feel like someone listens and watches and be careful, Aquarius. You may have a stalker, okay? Whether that's online or whatever. Cause now I'm sensing like someone's watching you too. Maybe that's why I kept feeling like you're giving them ammo without realizing it. But there may be, like I said, someone going back and forth too, okay? Because this is sideways and I kind of feel like there's someone they're not, I don't want to say they're malicious, but they're not helping, okay? And I feel like, pick a side. Pick a side. All right. Um, they flip flop way too much. Okay. So be careful of that. Let go of what you can't control. Some of you are really focus on controlling everything. Relax, rest. Don't rest too much though. Okay. And get all that clutter out of your mind. That's a big thing. That's where you need to rest. Like, just take time to clear your mind, okay? But when something needs to be done, do it. As I said earlier, I feel like some of you need to make a schedule or something. Because you spend too much time thinking, okay, when things need to get done. You overthink. Okay? Clear your energy, especially from all these people. Because I feel like there's someone also draining. I feel like it's the same person, okay? The same person. The thing is, like I said earlier, I feel like something calmed down right now or like there's a pause, but I feel like one of these people is like going to come back with their craziness again, okay? Their storm, okay? But there's other people that you might have had issues with that I feel has ended, is clearing up, and even some that you may reconnect with here, okay? But be careful of your energy. Use your psychic abilities because some of you are psychic, okay? You can feel it. You can feel that something's off, okay? Sometimes you don't believe it, but you can feel it. Be more opened, okay, to how great you are, how unique you are, but also the possibilities, okay? It's funny because I feel like, it's an Aquarius that could get to that door. I feel like you guys are so smart and like I said, you look at everything and that's great. Don't spend too much time doing that, but you really look at everything. And I feel like, if anyone's going to get there, you can get there. You can find that secret door because I kind of feel like it's a little secret. It's there, but it's a little secret. Okay. Go within. Go within. You have answers. Okay. Answers that will lead you to more, lead you to where you want to be, lead you to that door, lead you to a beautiful, great place. Okay. Perspective. It's all how you see things too, because I feel like you're going to a beautiful new chapter. Yes, there are challenges, Aquarius, but that's how life is. You do what you can, and you have so much that you can do. You really do. Be careful with the communication thing. This is Mercury. Okay, communication. Be very clear. Okay, because I think there are people that misunderstand you. Okay, maybe you're too quick, or maybe like I said, you're thinking about everything, and maybe it comes off as how can I put it? Maybe like you're questioning, or I don't really want to say accusing, but it just may come off like that. Okay. If you want to teach something, you want someone to receive it well, you might have to change a little of the way that it is delivered. Okay. But again, be careful of your surroundings and know that you're on your way to greatness. Focus, be patient, and that decision is coming very soon, whatever that is. Okay. The wait is over. Okay. Even if you got to wait a little bit, it's basically over. Okay. That is your message, Aquarius. I hope it helps in some way, and good luck.